All right, welcome to my Take a Stand project. I am doing it on golf courses and the effects that chemicals have on golf courses and the effects that they have on the environment as a whole. All right, a little bit of an introduction. I have a long background of golf. I've been playing golf ever since I was 4 years old. Started playing competitively when I was 12. It's pretty much just been in my DNA ever since I was a kid. My parents do not play golf. I'm the only golfer in the family, so it is quite interesting in that regard. But I basically just love the game of golf. I want to go into the administration side of golf when I graduate college. A little bit on the impact of golf courses on the environment. As many people know, the golf courses use chemicals and they destroy the natural layout of the land just to make their courses look pretty and to make sure that their members are happy and their players are happy. And obviously, this causes quite a discrepancy between what it's doing to the environment and what we can be doing to help fix it. Just like I said on the environmental issues, many people disagree with what golf courses are doing, but there are quite a few golf courses out there that are looking to make a change and be a little more sustainable for the environment, such as the United States Golf Association's CEO, Mike Wan, recently talked about at the US Open how golf courses, their layouts are starting to become more environmentally friendly. They're starting to use better chemicals for their championships. So there are quite a few people out there who are trying to make a change, but it's not enough, honestly. The issue at hand, history of golf. Golf has been played for hundreds of years. It's one of the oldest sports in the world. In the beginning, in Scotland, Ireland, Great Britain, these golf courses were built on the natural layout of the land. They were known for being untouched, basically. And that's the way it was for the first few hundred years. And then once technology started to develop, then these golf courses started to become more damaging to the environment themselves. The damage that it does to the environment, I remember a year ago, I was walking on a golf course and saw tons of fish laying alongside of the bank of a pond. And I thought I had no idea why this was, but after doing some research and doing this paper and this project, honestly, I learned that these chemicals are not sustainable for the wildlife that lives on these golf courses and the animals around them. Architectural issues. This land is being destroyed. Trees are being cut down. Grasses are being cut shorter, just to make sure these golf courses look nice and that they are suitable for their play and the people who play them. So a lot of wildlife is being thrown out of their homes because people want to go spend hundreds of dollars to play a round of golf, which obviously, talking about it now, it seems silly, but it's what people do. I mean, it's the new future of sport for people of all ages. Ever since COVID-19 started, golf has been booming. So golf courses are going to continue being built, and land is going to continue to be destroyed if we don't do something about it. So a little bit about my environmental identity. I'm not going to lie, before this class, I really did not have an environmental identity. I did not care what golf courses did to make them look good or make them play good. I just wanted them to be in good shape and to look nice. And once I started taking this class and learning a little bit more about my environmental identity and what I can do to help the world make a change, I realized that golf courses are detrimental to wildlife and what is happening to the animals and the grasses, and honestly what's going on with the rest of the world based off of what golf courses are doing. How has it changed? Like I said previously, golf courses in the early days were a lot more sustainable just like the rest of the world in the early 1900s. But like the rest of the world, with the change in technology, a lot of it is being destroyed at an exponential rate. What have I learned about my environmental identity? I learned that golf courses, if they continue to be around, they will continue being detrimental to the environment and to the world itself. I mean, these chemicals that are being thrown into ponds wind up getting thrown into runoff rivers, where they eventually make their way to the ocean, and nothing good ever happens when chemicals like the pesticides and everything that they use get thrown into the ocean. All right, and here's a little video I have of a golf course that is trying to make a change.
Welcome to the Smoke Show, featuring our explosive new PXG Jet 5 driver.
Stand behind our program of going a different route and using less inputs and looking to have a healthier soil to suppress diseases and pests. It's something that I feel our members are being educated on and are starting to realize how much of an advantage they have here. Not just good playing conditions, but they have the wildlife and the native grasses and the different visual aesthetics month after month. So it's an exciting thing, and we've involved our members in some of our programs with bird counts and monitoring birdhouses and things like that. So it's added value to the membership.
So as it's shown in that video, this golf course is not only becoming more sustainable for the environment by using less pesticides and things that were mentioned, but the members love it. I mean, earlier in the video, it talked about how they are not overseeding anymore and throwing in an alien species of grass and just painting over their fairways because, one, it looks good, and two, it is not throwing an alien species into their environment. So what? Why is golf different? Golf is very similar. Golf is a much different sport. I'm sorry. Let me start off with that. Golf takes up hundreds of acres of land over many different golf courses, and the chemicals and the pesticides that they use are quite harmful to the environment. Why should people care? Honestly, if for no other reason than being self-centered and selfish, if we don't do something about the environment and about what golf courses are doing, then there will be no children that you're having, or no more world in the next few hundred years with the mass extinction that was talked about in Half-Earth. A little bit about my own experience. So this summer I have gotten to have an internship with the Florida State Golf Association, talking to many different superintendents of golf courses who basically manage the condition of the course and the grass and the chemicals that they use. And being in a position like this, especially since it's one I want to do with the rest of my career, I believe I'm able to make quite a bit of change, convincing them, like the USGA CEO is doing, Mike Wan. If I'm able to convince other people like he convinced golf courses to become more environmentally friendly, then I will feel satisfied with the way that I'm doing my job. Take a stand. A little bit of possible solutions for fixing this. The marketing tactics. Like I said, people are selfish and self-centered. If people don't care about the environment, and in commercials nowadays, all these commercials are talking about how bad everything is for the environment and yada, yada, yada. But if commercials and advertisements and stuff start talking about how these, if things don't change, their lives will be ruined. And I feel like that was extremely eye-opening to me when I've read about it multiple times, when I've talked about it multiple times, and when I've seen it. I feel like that is quite a possible solution that is definitely doable in the near future. What can I do to help? Like I said, being in the job industry that I am, I believe I will be able to convince golf course superintendents and many different golf courses around the state of Florida that there's a much more sustainable way than chemicals and pesticides that they use. What can the rest of the world do to help? Honestly, it's hard to explain how one individual can make a difference, but if one individual is able to boycott a golf course, then they will be able to convince other people to boycott golf courses that use dangerous chemicals and pesticides, and it will grow into a never-ending chain of, if a golf course is dangerous to the environment, then people will no longer be playing it, and they will be convinced to change to a more sustainable chemical and be a lot more healthy for the environment. In conclusion, like I said, this is achievable with the marketing tactics and one person being able to make a change. There's so much that one person can do that they don't realize that will be able to save the world, honestly. How is it achievable? One person being able to spread to another person, and that person being able to spread it to two people, and like I said, the exponential cycle of being able to convince millions and millions of people about what is going on with the world. A little bit of recap. Being in golf my whole life, I believe that I spent so much of my time not caring about what it's doing to the environment that I owe it to myself and I owe it to the rest of the world to be able to make a change. So I would love the opportunity to do that for the rest of my life. Thank you.